Hello,
Hi.
everyone. Welcome to SoulSpace podcast number 122.
Welcome.
Yay. Happy fall. Happy fall back the time clock.
Yeah, we had daylight savings time this weekend, and if you don't know what that is, Google it.
Yeah. I wish they'd leave it alone myself, but
Yeah, me too. It's easier when the time is just the time,
yeah,
rather than it's this time, then it's this time, then it's
right.
this time,
The
then it's
body
this time.
just gets a little flustered when it's
Yes.
maybe that's my problem today.
Yeah, my body tells me, because
Yeah,
I listen to my body,
right.
hey, I don't like this time change stuff. And I'm
Yeah,
like, you were right.
yeah,
It's hard.
yeah. It is hard, but
But
we'll get over it.
we get over it
We
every
always
year,
do.
and then we have to get used to the new time again later.
Yeah, just when we think we're in the clear, it's changing again.
Welcome to North Dakota.
Right. Maybe we should just move to Arizona, then we won't have to worry about it.
We could, but it's
Or
hot.
Hawaii.
Better.
Better. Yeah. I think that's the one, the other one that doesn't change, isn't it?
I don't know.
Yeah,
You're probably
it
right.
just needs to be done. There's no reason.
Yeah. So anyway,
Anyway,
daylight savings time. If you
yeah,
don't know what that's about, look it up
yeah,
because you'll understand her pain.
right. And we hope you had a fun Halloween.
Yes.
That was over the weekend, Friday.
Yep. Hopefully, your kids didn't eat too much candy and go wild on you and then pass out and then wake up the next day cranky because they had too much sugar.
Right. That was me. I
I
ate
was
too
gonna say,
much
or you.
candy. Yeah. I had leftovers and it wasn't good. That sugar addiction is tough.
Oh, it'll get you. It'll get you.
Yep.
Well, we're really excited. We have a really fun topic this month, and for some
Yeah.
people it's fun, and for some people it's difficult, which is why we bring it forward.
Yeah.
It's
So it cannot be
so it
difficult
can be
anymore.
easier. We can
Yeah.
bring ease into the subject.
Yeah.
And so this month's theme is the energy of money.
Yeah.
And today we're going to talk about how abundance is your birthright.
Right. And that's really important to know because most of us probably grew up not thinking that way.
Right?
If it was difficult for you as a child or your family when you were little, most of us, our grandparents went through the depression, so that
Mhm.
era is stuck in the energy of our DNA, pretty much in the States anyway. So we want to get rid of that. We want to feel good about money and feel that flow and be able to manifest what we want when we want.
Right. And be excited
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
the energy of money, what it can bring into our lives.
Right.
So we're going to talk a little bit about the energy of money itself and what it means to us and how we can move forward in that direction. And we're going to do a little bit from Money and the Law of Attraction, Learning to Attract Wealth, Health, and Happiness by Esther and Jerry Hicks. Such a good book. We have quite a few really good books
Mhm.
on money, on building wealth, on
Yeah.
like Think and Grow Rich, which I have
Mhm.
Napoleon Hill here today, which is an author that we have talked about in the past. However, we've never done his book.
And Wallace Waddles, we
Wallace T.
talked about
Waddles,
him a little.
The Science of Getting Rich is his book,
Yep.
which is
And
specific to the topic.
yeah, another good one is Bob Proctor.
Oh, yes.
He has some great books. Um, yeah, there's lots of authors that write about money and how to um, enjoy the energy of it rather than not like the energy of it. So
Right.
we're going to dive into that a little bit. And we decided we're going to start talking about us first, what we're going to do.
Because we till the end
Yeah.
every time.
So we'll go through our spiel first.
Yeah, tell you a little bit about what we're up to here at SoulSpace and our
Yeah.
respective businesses.
Yeah, this is SoulSpace is our combined office space. That's what we call it. We each have our own separate businesses. So, Carissa, Who are you? What are you about? What are you doing?
Well, well, my business is Light of Hope Healing, and you
Mhm.
can find me on Facebook. I also have a Square site, which I tell you, and Tracy laughs every time because light dash of dash hope dash healing dot square dot site. Light of Hope Healing, a bunch of dashes between dot square dot site. But what I have going on right now is this Saturday, which is November 7th, I think. 5, 6, 8, November 8th.
Okay.
This Saturday, November 8th, which is 2025, I'm going to be at the Soul of Spirit Expos here in Fargo, North Dakota. I'll be doing my angel and spirit guide readings and also talking about my wonderful class, Unleashing the Power of Crystal Energy, Crystal Healing Secrets to Uplevel Your Life, which is now available on demand. So
Awesome.
anybody can take it at any time at your own pace. And you can keep it forever. I'm not going to shut it down on you. But you want to take it because it's a really good class. If you just watch like 10 minutes of the first video, you're only going to get so much. You'll get a lot, but you only get so much. But there's 5 modules, great class. I love that class. I loved teaching it. Such a good class. And then I will also be in Bismarck, North Dakota on November 22nd, which is also a Saturday with Souls of Spirit Expos again. And that one's going to be at the AmVets in Bismarck. It's going to be amazing. Also, same thing. I'll be doing readings and see a lot of my friends there. Wonderful people that come to see me every year. And we'll have a ton of fun. That's what I'm up to. I got a couple expos, and those always take up quite a bit of time. So
yeah, they do.
busy.
Yeah.
But Tracy, I know you have some really fun things going on with your business as well.
I do. I have some artistic alchemy classes that I've done. I did last year, and I'm going to do those again, change them up a little bit. But I still don't have my date set for that, but I will get to it. It's been a crazy couple of weeks. Anyway, and then I have Reiki classes coming up. Not this month, but December 8th is a level 1. And that one is filling up fast. So let me know if you want to do that. And that is an in-person class, sorry, but not online.
Right.
And that's it. I'm not doing any expos right now. But soon, probably later in this month, maybe we'll do a pop-up shop or beginning of December, like we did last year, pop-up shop.
We do love to do a pop-up shop.
Christmas shopping, yeah.
Because we have plenty of stuff for you guys to get for Christmas gifts.
Yeah, we're both creatives, and our neighbor across the hall is a creative, so we like to coordinate and do a little pop-up gift shopping.
Yeah, I know we have a ton of stuff right now, so you have to come out for that. It's going to be a ton of fun.
Yeah.
And we always have little goodies and
yeah, it's a fun day. So that's about it. For me, you can find me at inspiredsignals.com. All my links are there. I'm on Facebook and Instagram at Inspired Signals and at Inspired Signals Studio. So there's our spiel.
Yeah, there's what we have going on right now.
Right.
Now let's get down to brass tacks, shall we?
Yeah, let's talk about money.
Let's talk about money, because all of us want more of it. No matter how much you have, more is useful.
Right. And there's one thing, especially in the healing world or intuitive world, or even in the art world, for some reason, we get stuck with the stigma that we can't make money.
Right.
And that is so not true.
It's very not true.
And, it's just a lingering theme, I think. And when we can get over that and realize that it is our birthright to make money, and there needs to be an energy exchange when we do our work so that it is reciprocating. It helps the client feel good that they got something for their money, and it helps us feel good that we're helping somebody. So you need to have that energy exchange when you're doing any kind of work like this. You are worth that money that you are receiving or that you are receiving. So that's one thing what we're going to read today talks about. And it's so important. And when you think about money, the more you make, the more help you can give other people. And that's what life is all about, right? It's
Right.
so awesome when you can help others with the money that you've made.
Right. And that's the thing. A lot of people want more so that they can give more. And that's the thing, is that cycle of giving and receiving
Yeah,
is a positive cycle, and you
Right.
deserve to give and receive both.
yeah,
And I think
Yep.
a lot of people struggle with the receiving part, and that's where some of the things that we're going to talk about are going to come into
Mhm.
play, is that you deserve to receive just as much as everybody else.
Yeah,
And a lot of times the people that aren't allowing themselves to receive a lot of money is because they want to be of service to others. Well, think about how much bigger your service to others can be if you
Right.
have the abundance yourself to be able
Mhm.
to create something bigger and bigger and bigger and help in ways that you couldn't even imagine at the level you're at right now.
Yeah.
And how beautiful that would be, and how many lives you could change. And it's just a wonderful thing to think about and
Yeah.
allow yourself to dream about a little bit, is that money is really the energy that you put into it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it really
It's a
is.
neutral energy.
Yeah, yeah, it's so cool. So let's read this because it's such a juicy, good.
Yes,
good
I love
piece.
it. I love it. Yes, this book is a wonderful book. If you don't have it, it's easy to get.
Yeah,
Very available. Esther
Yeah.
Hicks's work is very available, which
Yeah.
is wonderful. So I'm starting on page 3, which is really the beginning of the book. It's part of part 1, pivoting in the book of positive aspects. And it starts at page 3 with your story and the law of attraction. And this is good because I wanted to talk about this, but I was like, I'm going ahead of myself right now.
yeah, yeah.
Each and every component that makes up your life experience is drawn to you by the powerful law of attraction's response to the thoughts you think and the story you tell about your life. Your money and financial assets, your body's state of wellness, clarity, flexibility, size, and shape, your work environment, how you are treated, work satisfaction, and rewards. Indeed, the very happiness in your life experience in general is all happening because of the story that you tell. If you will let your dominant intention be to revise and improve the content of the story you tell every day of your life, it is our absolute promise to you that your life will become that ever improving story. For by the powerful law of attraction, it must be. That is a powerful opening.
Right. Yeah, it is. And it's true.
And when you think about this, take this into account. What is the story that you are telling yourself about money? What is it that you say the most? Do you say, I never have enough money? I wish I had money for this.
Yeah.
I never have what I want to get this. I'm just barely paying my bills. What is it that you were saying to yourself about money? Because those things that you're saying matter. That story is the story that you are continuing forward in your life energetically. And is it the story you want to continue to tell? If yes, perfect. If not, think about that. Most of us, it's not. So think about that. What is it that I'm saying? What is it that I'm thinking when I think about money, when I think about buying things, when I think about paying bills, when I think about everything that has to do with abundance, everything that has to do with money, everything that has to do with having, everything that has to do with serving. When you go, oh man, I wish I could go buy $500,000 worth of food for the food pantry and make sure we get it distributed to everybody who needs it in our community. We're saying, I don't have it.
Right.
With all of those thoughts, you're saying, I don't have money. And with all of those thoughts, you're putting out the vibration, I don't have money. That's the story you're telling.
And a lot of times it's just pivoting to a different phrase to use that. Why not instead say, it would be so fun to be able to, do whatever.
Yeah.
Or
wouldn't it be fun
wouldn't
if?
it be nice if,
Yeah, wouldn't it be nice if? Wouldn't it be fun if I did this? Wouldn't it be fun if this just happened? Allowing a little bit more space without trying to force it. Because a lot of people, they go straight to trying to force it, and that's where they kind of run into the resistance.
Yeah.
But if you make it like that wouldn't it be fun if game.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
helps.
and that really lightens up the energy around it, and it gets you thinking, okay, if I could do that, what else could I do? It gets that flow going, even if it's just in your words for right now.
Yeah.
It's gonna help that energy right away.
Right. And your words have energy.
Yeah.
And that also, it allows the release of the tension and resistance within you to allowing. And that's really the biggest piece is like, you're telling yourself a story that isn't serving you anymore.
Right.
So why are you continuing to tell that story? Let's start to tell the story of abundance. Let's start to tell the story of I have the money to do things. Let's start to tell the story of opportunities pop up unexpectedly to help make the things happen that I want to happen, whether I have money or not.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't have to have the money to be able to donate $500,000 worth of food.
Right. No, you can raise that.
You can raise that. Or somebody could say, hey, I have something that I really want to do. Do you want to be a part of that?
Yeah.
There's so many ways that these opportunities can come. And sometimes when we focus on there's only one way, there's only one solution. That's not the case.
No, there's millions of different
solutions to every single problem you can come up with.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what's the story you're telling yourself?
Yeah, that's a big one.
It's the biggest.
And start catching yourself when the words come out of your mouth. If it comes out in a negative tone or in the lack mentality, switch it up and just say, oh, I meant to say this instead. Or, oh, how about this? You can switch it up and say it again in a more flowing manner.
Start to practice.
Well, yeah.
When you catch yourself and then practice the story that you do want, that will help start to train your brain to start to tell the story that you do want on a more daily basis. Yeah. And that's one of the reasons that we use the tools that we use to help train the brain in easier and easier ways to work together with us. Yeah. Yeah.
So good.
There's a lot to unpack in that tiny little paragraph.
Can be here for hours.
Oh, we can talk about that forever. But we want to talk about some more things.
We're trying to narrow it down a little.
We're trying.
We've been a little long-winded the last few weeks.
Oh my gosh, yeah, we can't stop talking, obviously. Does life sometimes seem to be unfair? You have wanted more success and you have applied yourself well, doing everything that everyone said you should do. But the success you have been seeking has been slow to come. You tried very hard, especially at first, to learn all the right things, to be in the right places, to do the right things, to say the right things, but often did not appear to be improving much at all. Earlier in your life, when you were first dipping your toe into the idea of achieving success, you found satisfaction in satisfying the expectations of the others who were laying out the rules for success. The teachers, parents, and mentors who surrounded you seemed confident and convincing as they laid out their rules for success. Always be on time. Always do your best. Remember to work hard. Always be honest. Strive for greatness. Go the extra mile. There's no gain without pain. And most important, never give up. But over time, your finding satisfaction from getting the approval of those who laid out those rules waned as their principles of success, no matter how hard you tried, did not yield you the promised results. And it was more disheartening still when you stood back to gain some perspective on the whole picture and realized that their principles were not, for the most part, bringing them real success either. And then, to make matters even worse, you began meeting others who clearly were not following those rules, who were achieving success, apart from the formula that you had been so diligent to learn and apply. And so you found yourself asking, what is going on here? How can those who are working so hard be receiving so little, while those who seem to be working so little are achieving so much? My expensive education hasn't paid off at all, and yet that multimillionaire dropped out of high school. My father worked hard every day of his life, and yet our family had to borrow the money to pay for his funeral. Why doesn't my hard work pay off for me the way it was supposed to? Why do so few really get rich, while most of us struggle to barely get by? What am I missing? What do those financially successful people know that I don't know? Those are very powerful questions, aren't they? These are questions most of us have probably asked ourselves.
Right.
I know I have.
Mm-hmm. And whoops, sorry. I have a lifesaver in my mouth. One question that I have always asked or wondered in my head, when I see someone doing really well and having all the things or whatever, I always wonder, what do they do for a living? What I want to know about that. I'm always open to new ways to make money. So I'm always like, okay, well, I wonder what they do.
Yeah.
I wonder how they make money,
What are they doing?
Yeah. And it's just something where, maybe growing up, I thought of that as, oh, that you shouldn't ask that, in our Scandinavian heritage, I think,
Yeah.
where we're from in this area, people never talked about money.
No.
When I was growing up, the only thing I heard about money was, oh, we can't afford that right now. No, you can't get that. No, you can't get that,
Oh, I gotta go work on the bills for 15 hours.
Right, yeah, I gotta pay bills, so you can't have that. You can't have a new shirt today because we have to pay bills. It was always a constant struggle in our family. We weren't poor, we had what we needed, but we didn't have more than we needed ever, and we found other things. We had horses, so that was a money pit, kind of, and ask anyone with horses. They are a constant expense, but if you love them, that's good. We loved it. So it was just a constant having not enough, I think. And if we would have known better, we could have changed that around because we did have enough. It just felt like we were always in the lack, So I think if we would have known better when we were growing up, that we could have changed that energy by far. Yeah.
Right. The younger you know something, the more time you have to flip the script.
It up.
But you can do this at any age.
Yeah, you can.
The time is irrelevant when it comes to energy.
It really is.
Because you can change things in an instant,
Mm-hmm.
or it can take years. It all completely depends upon you.
It really does.
But isn't that a beautiful thing?
It is a beautiful thing.
It's an empowering thing.
Yeah.
That I have the power to change things in my life if I choose to do so now.
Right. It's all in your thoughts. All in your thoughts.
Your thoughts matter way more than people think that they do.
Right.
And your thoughts are constantly putting out an energy that you're receiving back. Mm-hmm. And so if you're practicing changing your thoughts, that makes a huge difference in your results and whatever you're trying to achieve. Mm-hmm. Okay. I really like how this kind of goes, and we'll get to the lighter part here in a minute. Do you want to do this one?
Okay. Is doing your best still not enough? When you are doing everything you can think of, truly trying your best to do what you have been told is supposed to bring you success, and success does not come, it's easy to feel defensive and eventually even angry at those who are displaying evidence of the success you desire. You even find yourself sometimes condemning their success simply because it's too painful to watch them living the success that continues to elude you. And it is for this reason, in response to this chronic condition in the financial affairs of your culture, we offer this book. Thank you, Abraham.
Thank you.
When you come to the place of openly condemning the financial success that you crave, not only can that financial success never come to you, but you are also fortifying your God-given rights to your health and happiness as well. Many actually come to the incorrect conclusion that others in their physical environment have banded together in some sort of conspiracy to keep them from succeeding. Just think how silly that sounds.
I mean, if
You
you're
know,
getting to that point where you're that paranoid, you might want to take a step back
right.
because you're going off the edge.
Yeah, definitely. But that is what gets in your head sometimes when you get
Yes,
to
and
that
that's why
point.
you need to take a step back.
Yeah.
That'd be a
And then
really
read
good
this
time
book.
for a pivot.
Yeah, good time
And
for
part of
pivot.
pivoting should be reading this book.
Right. For they believe with all of their heart that they have done everything possible to achieve success, and the fact that it has not come must surely mean that there are some unfriendly forces at work that are depriving them of what they desire. But we want to assure you that nothing like that is at the heart of the absence of what you desire or of the presence of the things you would like to remove from your experience. No one ever has or ever could have prevented your success or provided it. Your success is all up to you. It is all in your control. And we are writing this book so that now, finally, once and for all time, your success can be in your deliberate and conscious control. Isn't that awesome?
I mean, how empowering is that to
Yeah.
know, okay, I can decide to be in the control of my life
Mhm.
and I can make changes right now that will change the course of my life.
Right.
I have control of that.
Yeah.
Nobody else has control over what my experience is.
Mhm.
I have that control.
Yeah.
And to allow yourself to feel that, to know that, to experience, to decide that is so powerful.
Yeah. And it's something that I learned way back when I started to study Ho'oponopono. Everything in your life is 100% your responsibility, good or bad, and that was such an empowering thing to learn. Even the bad stuff, it's because of the energy that you're putting out that can happen. In the good stuff, it's because of the energy that you're putting out. You are 100% responsible for the things that are happening in your life. And knowing that is so empowering, whether it is good or bad, to know that you can change the way things are going on.
Right. And the thing is, sometimes when people have been created by default, not knowing
Right.
that they have the power to change it,
Yeah.
it's okay. It's not
Yeah.
your fault. But what is now, from now
Yeah.
forward, you now know that you have the power to change your life and to create it into the image of what you want for it.
Yeah.
And so the thing is, now that you know that, it's your responsibility to begin to tell a new story, to begin to change your life into what you want it to be.
Yeah.
And we give you tons of tools to begin to do that. And so it's up to you to begin the practice of changing your life. You have the power to do so. And so don't you want to do that?
Right.
That's why you found us.
Yeah.
It's like you want to change your life for the better.
Yeah.
Even if your life is already good, it can be great. If it's great, it can be amazing. If it's amazing, it can be just exponentially better. And why not?
Yeah.
We all want happiness. We all want to enjoy our lives. We all want our lives to be what we envision for ourselves. And so why don't we start there?
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Let's do that. Yeah.
You want to do that?
Yeah.
I want to do that. Let's do that.
Let's do it. Yeah. So whatever I can desire, I can achieve. It's time for you to return to the true nature of your being and to consciously live the success that the experiencing of your own life has helped you determine that you desire. And so, as you deliberately relax right now, breathing deeply and reading steadily, you will begin to gradually but surely remember how all success comes, for you already inherently understand it. And so you will certainly feel resonance with these absolute truths as you read about them here. The eternal laws of the universe are consistent and reliable and steadily hold always the promise of expansion and joy. They are being presented to you here in a powerful rhythm of understanding that will start small within you and then expand with each page you read until you reawaken into the knowledge of your purpose and your own personal power as you remember how to access the power of the universe that creates worlds. I just love that. If this time-space reality has within it the ability to inspire a desire within you, it is absolute that this time-space reality has the ability to yield you a full and satisfying manifestation of that same desire. It is law. So good.
Beautiful.
Excuse me.
I love it.
Yeah.
And isn't it beautiful to know that if you have a desire within you, a desire for joy, a desire for happiness, a desire for literally anything, and within that, something that will improve your life, improve the lives around you, you can have it.
Yeah.
And telling yourself, I can have it. I deserve to have it.
Yeah.
I'm excited because I can feel it coming to me.
Yeah.
If you begin to tell yourself that story, that makes all the difference.
Yeah. Yeah.
To achieve success is my natural birthright. Most people naturally assume that if their life is not going the way they want it to go, something outside of themselves must be preventing the improvement. For no one would deliberately hold their own success away. But while pointing the blame at others may feel better than assuming responsibility for unwanted conditions, there's a very big negative repercussion to believing that something outside of you is the reason for your own lack of success. When you give the credit or the blame to another for your success or lack of it, you are powerless to make any change. I think that's a really important statement to make.
Yeah.
By placing blame on others for your lack of success or your achievement of success, it takes away your own empowerment.
Right.
And you are an empowered person. So why are you telling yourself the story that you're powerless and that it has nothing to do with you whatsoever?
Yeah.
You are the common denominator in your own life.
Right.
By the way.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And if you notice when things aren't going correct, you're always there. You're the one.
Always you're always there in your own life, telling yourself the story of things aren't going well.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So you got to look at that sometimes, and that can be hard, but once you do it and know that you're the only one that can change it, then what more is there to do but change?
Right. And when we're talking right now, in my mind just popped in something, which is always the best. That inspired thought is always the best. That I've been telling myself a certain story. That story is that people don't communicate with me.
Oh, yep. You said that twice today, earlier.
Yes. And I want people to communicate with me. So I just realized, what story am I telling myself every single day?
Yeah. Isn't it fun when you have that aha moment?
Yeah. I'm like, I've been telling that story for a long time. That's not a story I want to continue forward, is it?
No.
Realization in the moment. Hello, Carissa. But see, that's how it happens.
Yeah.
Is, as you're reading, as you're doing these things, as you're going through this information, what is the story I'm telling myself? And is it the story that I want to continue? For me, obviously, very much not. Not only in my, 8 to 4 work life, but also in my business. I'm like, oh my gosh, this all makes so much sense.
I'm glad you picked this topic today.
This is a great topic. Is that something that if you're a small business owner, are you telling yourself that story?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you probably are if you're not abundant and you aren't getting clients calling you.
Right.
Hello, Carissa. What?
I love it.
Amazing. Okay, I feel good. This has worked for me. Thank you very much, podcast, for helping me.
Yeah.
I hope I'm helping you too. That's what we're here for. Okay.
That's why we do this.
Oh, I love it. All right. You guys are watching this in real time,
Yeah,
all work in progress.
it's awesome.
When you desire success, but from your perspective, you are not currently experiencing it at many deep levels of your being, you recognize that something is wrong. And as the strong feeling of personal discord magnifies your awareness that you are not getting what you want, it often sets into motion other counterproductive assumptions that evoke jealousy towards those who are having more success, resentment at a myriad of people who you would like to blame for your lack of success, or even self-denigration, which is the most painful and counterproductive assumption of all. And we submit that this uncomfortable upheaval is not only normal, but it is the perfect response to your feeling of lack of success. And when they say self-denigration, it's like self-deprecation, blaming yourself
Right.
for
Yeah.
not being successful and saying it's all my fault, and like bashing yourself, self-bashing. But
That doesn't get you anywhere.
gets you literally nowhere
No.
and gets you more stuck.
And we can't stay in the past. We have to make statements that are moving us forward.
Right.
So,
Because every moment is a new moment, and you can change everything in the next moment. You can
Right.
change everything in the next day.
Yeah.
And so just allowing yourself, okay, that happened, or I did that, or that came about. All right, what's next? Where do I want to go to next? What's the story of the rest of my day?
Yeah.
I did that today too. I pivoted today because I was very upset this morning, and now I'm not. And I realized, do I want to stay here? No. So what I actually did when I was sitting at my desk earlier today is I walked myself up the emotional scale.
Awesome.
I did. So if you guys haven't watched our podcast, we have a podcast on using the emotional scale and moving yourself up. And it's one of the things that we do in our coaching practice. And it allows you a permanent up, right? Because sometimes we try to jump from like anger to joy, and that doesn't work. So what you need to do is make a gradual step up, so then you can be more stable in your vibration. And that's what I did today. And that pivoting helped me immensely. And now I had an aha moment. Yeah. I mean, come on.
It keeps getting better and better.
Getting better and better.
Switch that energy around. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And so then I, am now in a stable vibration, and one where I'm back in receiving mode, where I can begin to receive my success and my inspired thoughts.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that was also really good
examples right here.
Yeah. So that was an example of inspired thought coming to you as you're moving yourself up the emotional scale and feeling better and better.
Yeah. So good.
All right. Yeah. Live in the moment. Watching Carissa improve and change. If we can't be vulnerable ourselves, how do we expect any of the people to really see how this works?
Yeah.
Your emotional discomfort is a powerful indicator that something is very wrong. You are meant to succeed, and failure should feel bad to you. You are meant to be well, and sickness should not be accepted. You are supposed to expand, and stagnation is intolerable. Life is supposed to go well for you, and when it does not, there is something wrong. But what is wrong is not that an injustice has occurred, or that the gods of good fortune are not focusing on you, or that someone else has received the success that should have been yours. What is wrong is that you are out of harmony with your own being, with who you really are, with what life has caused you to ask for, with what you have expanded to, and with the ever consistent laws of the universe. What is wrong is not something that is outside of you, over which you have no control. What is wrong is within you, and you do have control. And taking control is not difficult to do once you understand the basis of who you are, and the basics of the law of attraction, and the value of your personal emotional guidance system that you were born with, which is always active, ever present, and easy to understand.
Yeah. It doesn't get much simpler than that, does it?
No.
We can make it harder, but
we can make it really complicated and complex and start bringing quirks and neutrinos into it. But we're not going to do that today.
No, we're just going to read the book and listen to what it says.
We're going to listen to this.
Yeah.
And we're going to listen
Yeah.
to it again at a new space and time so more can click within us.
Yeah.
This is one of my favorite parts right here. Money is not the root of evil or of happiness.
Right. Yeah, that's just that sentence. Money isn't going to make you happy. If you have happiness first, the money is going to be so much sweeter. It isn't the root of evil. It will expand any personality traits that you have.
Yes.
Right. So if you're a jerk and you're rich, you're going to still be a jerk. If you're a jerk and you're poor, you're still going to be a jerk. So you have to be good with yourself first, and then everything's going to come and be so much sweeter.
Yeah. Money to me is like crystal energy, right?
Yeah.
What crystals do is they take and vibrate and expand any energy that is applied to them.
Yeah.
Money is the same. It's a neutral energy. Whatever energy you apply to money, it expands that energy. Yeah. And so if your energy is love and service, it will expand your love and service. So it just depends on who you are, what you want to do with it. And if what you want to do with it is buy new carpet for your house, well, isn't that beautiful? Because then you can enjoy that carpet in your house, and the people that come to your house can enjoy that carpet, and you can all just have a lovely time just being on the wonderful new carpet that feels so soft and good on your feet, and that brings you joy moving forward. And then that moves to the next and to the next thing and to the next thing, and it creates a snowball effect, right? So it doesn't matter what you want it for,
right?
But whatever is being applied, whoever you are is expanded by that energy. Like you said, and isn't that a beautiful thing? So think about this. If you see yourself as a good and loving and wonderful person, then money will expand that. Yeah. And will take it to new levels. It will expand it into your life, expand to the people around you, expand to maybe even the entire earth. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. It is ever growing, ever changing, so don't hold yourself back, and don't ever think that, oh, that's too big of a dream for me, or I don't think I can really have that. You wouldn't get those inspirations or those ideas if it wasn't possible for you to have it.
And then the next question is, do you see other people that have it?
Yeah. So why can't you?
If it's possible for them, it's possible for you.
Yeah.
It's possible for everybody. Yeah. And the thing is like you said, resources are ever expanding. And there's always more, there's always enough. Yeah. And you were never taking from someone by having the things that you want. No. You're expanding into who you are by allowing yourself to have abundance. Yeah. Yeah. And a lot of us are creating more abundance for not only ourselves, but everyone around us. Right. By having it ourselves. Yeah. We're expanding that energy. Yeah. And it's beautiful.
Yeah. So good.
I like this topic.
All of that from just one sentence.
One sentence. I know, this is why our podcasts are an hour and a half. All right, but this is our last section. All right. This important subject of money and financial success is not the root of all evil, as many have quoted, nor is it the path to happiness. However, because the subject of money touches most of you in one way or another, hundreds or even thousands of times every day, it is a large factor in your vibrational makeup and in your personal point of attraction. So, when you are able to successfully control something that affects most of you all day, every day, you will have accomplished something rather significant. In other words, because of such a high percentage of your thoughts in any given day reside around the topic of money or financial success, as soon as you are able to deliberately guide your thoughts, not only is it certain that your financial success must improve, but the evidence of that success will then prepare you for deliberate improvement in every aspect of your life experience. If you are a student of deliberate creation, if you want to consciously create your own reality, if you desire control of your own life experience, if you want to fulfill your reason for being, then your understanding of those prevalent topics, money and the law of attraction, will serve you enormously well.
Mm. So good. Yeah.
It's so good. And that's the thing, is like, are you just taking whatever life throws at you?
Right.
Or are you deliberately creating your life?
Mm-hmm.
Because deliberate creation is a lot more fun than just allowing whatever comes your way to come your way.
Yeah, it is.
And that way, as you're deliberately creating, the things that come your way are better
Mm-hmm.
and more of what you want. And when those things happen that you're like, oh, I didn't like that, you can just move on.
Yeah.
Move forward.
Move forward and create something better. It's easy once you start doing it, and once you start acknowledging that you can, that it's all in your control.
Right. And for some people, if you've been in that, indeliberate creation for a while, as you begin to deliberately create, you might, have a little bit of difficulty getting started. But once you build the momentum, then you'll really start to see things coming into fruition in the way that you prefer.
Right.
And more frequency.
Yeah.
With more and more ease, with more and more fun.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what we all are looking for. And that's the root of manifestation, is the story you're telling yourself every single day, the practice that you're doing every single day. Where am I at? And how do I get to where I want to be? How do I get into the vibration of what I want so that it can finally begin to come to me in my experience?
Right. And make it fun. Even if you're not where you want to be yet, it's okay to have fun getting there.
You should have fun getting there. That's how you get there.
Right. Yeah. The more fun you're having in your life, the better your life is going to be. And there's no doubt about that,
Happiness is an inside job. Yeah. Right? Right. And if you start with happiness, you start with, how do I want to feel? And how can I create that in my everyday? Everything else begins to follow.
Yeah, it really does. Make yourself a priority with happiness.
Yes, I agree.
Yep.
Gorgeous. I love it. We've so enjoyed this podcast today. Yeah, and we haven't done the specific topic of money for a while. We thought it would be a lot of fun to talk about it, because, right now the holiday season is coming up for many of us. Yeah. And many different holidays this time of the year. And so isn't it fun to focus on, how can I increase my abundance so that I can enjoy more and more of this beautiful holiday season that I can give to others. I can enjoy it. I can make some time to be of service. I can do all the things that I want to do. Right. Because I've improved my abundance and how I feel and how much energy and happiness that I have in my life. Yeah. So good. Love it. Hope you have an awesome week. And we really enjoyed this podcast today. We look forward to talking about this more next week. It's going to be a fun month. It is. Right. See you guys. Bye.